What's up? Good morning. Good morning. I think it's time for me to make a pick, and I know which pick I want to make here. And I've been waiting on this pick for a while. Here is the board, the live draft board. Last pick I made was Pavin Smith. Busy day yesterday. Had a lot of stuff to do. Couldn't get to Jonah Tong or Tyler Freeman or Phil Maton commentary. After Pavin Smith, went to homie Matt Stram, decent. Tristan Casas, I don't know about him. Is he coming? That there seems to be a lot of non-confidence in him. If you have confidence, it's a good pick though. Junk, I heard he's in the starting rotation. Joe Mack, upside. Brian Hayes, there's a starter. Hideyoshi Oga, good pick right there. Did I already talk about these picks? I was on my other stream doing my home league last night. I might have talked about them. I had to make my pick during my home league draft. Um, Eric Lawler, I don't know. He's not in the rotation, but he will get some starts sometime. Eric Christopher Morel, he's all right. Yeah, good play. Jonah Tong, that's my pick right there. I believe that's an upside pick late in the year. I'm gonna get those Jonah Tong innings, and I like it. I think he fell a little bit there to me. Brad Keller, okay. Tim Tawa, the Toolman. Here's some first baseman getting scooped up. Condon and Sanchez. Sanchez is very interesting. He's a guy who, he can be productive, but this is not an OVP league. Wencio Perez, you sealed it up. You sealed up your outfield there. Did you? Did you? Ooh, boy, not really, because I don't think you got a lot of good outfield there, but you got Wencio Perez. And it looks like you take Jacob Young later on. Matt Vreeling, you must have seen Perez get taken and think, well, who else? But Matt Vreeling. Graham Pauly, no, I don't even know about that. Quinn Matthews, not sure about that. Mizldadowski, that's one that's like, Cloud, please. Cloud, please do not mess up my couch. Stop. Um, Cloud Mizldadowski, that's like interesting because of that team and what could happen over there. CJ Kafis, unknown to me. That's about health of the Cleveland outfield. I'm going to put you outside right now. You do not get to do that for my furniture. No. Manny Rodriguez is a guy I like a lot. I would have tried to pick him instead of Tyler Freeman, who I picked as an outfielder. I would have picked Emmanuel Rodriguez. Cole Sands, he might get those saves. Tyler Rogers, he might be in some. I don't know about that. Ben Joyce, he could come back. They could finally give him the action that he could still probably throw 100 miles an hour. Drew Anderson, unknown. Emerson Hancock, who, boy, has not showed well, but he might someday get it together. Nick Fortes, somebody got a catcher. Fraley, got an outfielder there. Fraley serviceable. 36 round. I don't think that's a bad pick. Thomas White, trying to get some type of innings. Benson, I don't know about that. And then I get Tyler Freeman, who I'm very stoked to get there. I'm showing Tyler Freeman with like a decent 270 something batting average and like double digit steals. And I'll take that. Playing steals into your lineup, I think, is one of the easiest things to play in. I think you can count on that the most in terms of a guy who has a low number of bats, high number of counters. I think that up and down elevator combination could be steals. You could play those in easily off Tyler Freeman. Let me see, where was I at? Tyler Freeman, Zach Cole, good pick. Ryan Ritter, hey, he could play. That's COL. Bueller, I don't know. He doesn't seem to even like the game anymore. Jacob Melton, upside pick. Busy outfield. Sean Burke, there's a starter. He is a starting pitcher. Okay, there's only a couple starters left, and there is one left on the board for me, believe it or not. I was going to pick him with my last pick. Coming up here, Spencer Jones. Okay, Joey Bart. He probably fell there. Joey Bart's probably a great value there. Johnson, Colorado outfielder. Okay, fine. And I got to Phil Maton. Um, now I have six relievers, and those six relievers are ridiculous. Miller and Vodnik are my front line. Then I got Estrada and Morahone to make sure nothing happens to Miller. Then I got Tanner Scott because the Dodgers could win so many games. He gets 12 saves just because Diaz is tired. Just because of that. And I'm in lefty matchups. Who knows? Plus, Dave Roberts is a maniac. Who knows what he's going to try to do? And I got Phil Maton. So I got my guy out here backing up the guy who's just been appointed closer and kind of gasses a little bit. And if he gasses a little too much, well, then then of course, if he gasses up a little too much, then Matan is going to get some looks there, because that means that he might get set down a little bit in and out of the All-Star break, stuff like that. You know how I think about that. So I do like Matan there as a pick. That's why I took him, despite the fact I did not think the player who would get back to me would get back to me, and I really wanted to take him. Let's just continue with this. So after Matan went, after the homie, after my pick of Phil Matan, which I consider to be a good pick, but it's a wish casting pick. Connor Wong, catcher. Foucher, probably more of an upside reliever pick. Casey Schmidt, he's going to play in SF. Schmidt, Lux Young, decent on picks. Javier Sano, love that dude. Think I'm going to pick him up in one league where I need flexibility. That's a good pick for this DC, though. Blaze Alexander, Mason Montgomery, Kyle Freeland. I don't know what Mason Montgomery's outlook is, and I think people just try to snatch up third baseman there because they needed him. Julian, I probably would have considered him picking him on the go around here just out of spite. Luis Morales, Jainer Cano, Ginkel, Kramer, those are all pretty good picks. Maybe Cano's a little down this year. I'm not sure of the situation with Andrew Kitterich. Paul Goldschmidt, you should be able to do a little predictability there with the Yankees, and the predictability is something that I buy. Just because you know when to play it. McCullers, Low Perfido. Lance McCullers, I don't even know about that in any way. Low Perfido, you might be trying to pair that with some Houston other outfielder or some type of Houston at bat. Henry Davis, that's got to be a decent pick there. It looks, did you go 4 catchers already? Yeah, you got Basayo, Rio Muto, Jansen, and Davis. So you went early with 4 catchers. That was a play I was thinking you might make. Colby Thomas outfield, Gavin Stone, LA Dodger. So I am left with, let me see, Harrison. He's saying he's annoyed by not getting Connor Wong, and he doesn't even fit on Team 6. I mean, he's his 3rd catcher, and I get that he's not really the fit there, but yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, these last catchers fits. I'm not sure what team yours is, but I show you needing maybe another catcher. No, I don't think you do. But yeah, if you're looking 4th catcher, that's a decent idea there. I think the Boston situation, despite the fact they got the other dude, is not 100%, and I think Wong could get some at bats in some way. I think there's probably good value there. If you're looking to do that, I don't think that's a bad idea. I haven't really broken down like what these players are doing with their teams in a few rounds here, but I probably will go back into that in the 4th just for my personal edification. But the players, so those are the picks that have been made. So let me take a look here and see the picks that are available to me. And the picks that are available to me is the guy I was going to pick last time. That's right. It was on the other stream. It was on my home league stream. I said, I should pick Jacob Latz, but I have to pick Phil Matan. Well, it turns out that Jacob Latz is the 5 starter for Texas. And it turns out that I do have another Texas starter on my team, Mackenzie Gore. So, I mean, Texas is going to need innings. So I'm going to take Latz. There's not another starter I see here who's actually has a rotation spot right this second, I believe. I think some other guys went in that last one who had rotation spots. That last turn saw people like Sean Burke and maybe Bueller taken. Dean Kramer is in the minors. Maybe, yeah. So I think we're real close to the last guys who have currently showing roster spots, and that'll be Jacob Latz. So that's the guy I'm going to have to go ahead and pick, because I need some innings. As you can see, the thing that I'm probably the least best at is total. Let me look at it right here. Total innings. I'm 7th in total innings, and my innings pitched average is 9th. those innings are not coming off my bench. My innings coming off my bench are minimal. And the fact that I have a lot of relief pitchers makes me know I need to have another starter. So I got to pay up for a starter here in a little bit. I'm going to pay up for a starter here probably a couple rounds in a row. So I'm lucky to get Jacob Latz come all the way back to me. But this is definitely what I'm looking at here that shows me I need to take a starter. Another thing that I can look at here is here's the ranks for at-bats and innings pitched by positions. So by position, starting innings pitched, starting pitchers, I'm 12th with only 1,413 innings. And the number one guy has 350 more innings than that. So I pretty much have to take, I'm pretty good on relief pitcher innings, but I got to take starter here. The other thing I'm showing is I don't have to take any batter, because I'm good. I'm good on catcher at-bats. I'm good on first base at-bats. I'm sweet on outfield at-bats. And these at-bats right in the middle, this is good because of this flexibility, and I have a lot of ability to move those guys around. I'll be able to play that. So only place I'm showing I need to acquire statistics. That's why, hey, Harrison, I don't know if you saw this comment he just made. That's exactly why I took Patrick Bailey. That's why I early catcher 3 this year is a thing for me, because you want to get a catcher 3 who's playing. Yeah, I took Bailey. He might have more at bats than any of my catchers. Than my catcher 1 or 2, my catcher 3 might have more at bats. Yeah, I might have jumped a little there for Bailey, but I did take him. But that's why my catcher at bats, like you're seeing here, is 3. So I'm good. I might not have to take a 4th catcher because I already have 1,200 catcher at bats, and they're 3 starters. So that was part of the play there. Yeah, I totally agree with that comment you just shot out there, Harrison, about how you should approach your catcher 3. I approached it in terms of at-bats and trying to get runs and just runs and RBIs out of at-bats, not worrying about average or home run. That's normally not what I do, but that's what I did that time. So let me go ahead and I was talking about why I was going to pick the homie Jacob Latz, because I need... Basically because he's the last starter on the board who's in a rotation right now, and if anything happens to Gore, Texas is going to need to get some innings out of him or get more innings out of him. So yeah, that's what I'm working with right there. I'm going to take Latz. He would be and plus my other pitcher is waiting for the end of the year to call up, or the second half, Jonah Tong. I think he's really going to pay. Hear nothing but good things about him. So we're going to hope that he pays off, that Jonah Tong. But I'm going to take Jacob Latz right now, especially since I've acquired Pavin Smith already to be a good backup over there at first base. And he could get some outfield as well. So let me go ahead and get to the NFBC screen and just draft Jacob Latz. That's probably the right move here. Yeah. Hyman and Trevino should be team 6 backups. Anyway, enough on that. I like your picks in recent rounds. Yeah, thanks, Harrison. I'm trying to grind out. That's what my system really allows me to do. Tries to grind out these later round picks here. So thanks, bro. I'm gonna make this Jacob Latz pick right here. I'm really stoked that he got back to me. I was hoping nobody would pick him out from underneath of me when I had to get Maton. But I'm stoked I got them both now. So now I will take Jacob Latz. He is the number 5 starter for your Texas Rangers. And he also pairs with another Texas Rangers starter I have taken. So very stoked on that. Very stoked on that. Nice work there. All right, it's going to come around to the short side and go back out. I have some appointments that I have to go to. But I will... Yeah, he cool with his bad streak. Hey, I agree, man. I didn't want to take him on the last pick. I talked my way out of it when I looked into it, and I said Maton is probably a more hot pick right now. And I'm so stoked to get Latz 20 picks later, especially to pair with Gore. Show me another starting pitcher who's left right now in the 38th round of NEDC. Show me a starting pitcher. I'm ready to spec on just guys who might get 3 starts at the end of the year, is where I'm at. So I feel really good about getting Latz, who's showing with 100+ innings, and he's almost a K. He's a K per 9 guy. He's a K per inning guy. So anyway, I got these appointments. Harrison, looking to see what you do here, and I'll get back with y'all before too long. All right.